Shabbat shalom, everyone. So good to see you. We are going to begin by singing Hine Matov, which is how good it is for all of us to be together.
On page 128.
Shevet ha'achim gam yachad, hine ma tov u'mana'im. 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 Shevet ha'achim gam yachad.
Now I'd like to call up Janine Hutner to offer us some announcements.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I'm Janine, representing the Board of Trustees, and I would like to welcome you this evening to the temple. Torah today is tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Family Laka lunch is this Sunday at 11 a.m. Men's Havara will meet on Wednesday, December 18th at 7 p.m. Please join Rabbi Delson on Thursday, December 19th at 2 p.m. for a discussion about current events and how they affect the Jewish community. RSP to vsims@templese.com. The temple office will be closed on Tuesday, December 24th through Thursday, December 26th. This will allow the staff time off to celebrate the holidays with their families. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I'd like to share a few different moments this evening. I was looking into some poetry to add to our Shabbat experience, and I found this one by Rabbi Jen Gubitz called A Prayer for Unity Among People. Let us take a moment to root our hearts, our minds, our body in quiet and unity. For we rush all week long. We hurry, we busy, we work, and we hold our breath. Will everything get done? It will not. So leave the toil behind, breathe out the week, and breathe in Shabbat. Shabbat is the Sabbath day, the day of rest, and it is observed from Friday night to Saturday night. Tonight we are here, singing, learning, listening, breathing, being together. With the greatest work of divine creation, each other, human to human, hand to hand, heart to heart, the unity of our beloved humanity. So in this quiet, let us find our breath and listen for the oneness. Listen for the uniting of human to human. Listen for the pumping of heart to heart. Listen for the caring of story to story. Listen for the seeing beyond skin and stature. Listen for the birthing of new words, new ways. This is the unity of our beloved humanity. We are all neighbors, united across the generations, siblings united across land and sea, children united across earth and sky. And we have been given the most precious task to unite as one with love. We'll turn now in our prayer books to page 120, where we'll find our candle blessing, bringing us into the light of Shabbat. And I'd like to invite Anne and Alan Albert to lead us this evening. You do not need that.
Choose one of these two. Okay. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us.
You can light, and then we'll say a blessing. It is a lot. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. The blessing in Hebrew and then in English. Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our
God,
sovereign of the
universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commending us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll turn now in our prayer books to page 138. We'll join together in Lecha Dodi, and we will sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And on our final verse, 9, we will stand and face the doorway as the ancient Kabbalists did in the city of Svat as they welcomed in Shabbat.
עצרת מעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמונם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה.
Page 144, the Hatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמר אבא, בעלמא יברך ידותה והמליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמר אבא מבורך לעולם ולעלמי המאיה, יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמר קדושה בריחו, לעלמין כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא, ויאמרו אמן.
Turn now to page 146. Rise together for the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai, HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai, HaMevorach, le'olam va'ed.
The prayer on page 148 is our evening prayer. And I have a poem here called Why I Unplug on Shabbat, recognition that this day is different than others. It is not out of orthodoxy, not the act of Shabbat, not the halacha which moves me. It's good for my soul to turn off Facebook, X, Instagram, Gmail, Skype, all of those for one day. It's good to go out into the salt marsh where the frogs croak louder than any person, bird, or car. It's good to remember what we came here for, to this refuge of wildlife, herons, chipmunks, deer, muskrat, hawks, and us. This keeps me going. This sustains me. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Page 150, Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat olam, Bet Yisrael, Amecha avta, Amecha avta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ועוד החיינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, נגע יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
Please be seated. Ve'ahavta is on page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך. וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם בכל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We'll read responsively on page 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Singing on the shores of the sea.
Adonai et Yaakov, ugewalo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Page 161 at the top together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Vishamru on page 162. We rise together, starting on page 164 for the Amidah.
Adonai, sefatai tiftachu fi agiti hilatecha, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'himotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל העליון, גומר חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומשיח ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם. מחלחל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מקיים הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. Join together the English on page 175. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve and reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha be'ira na'avod.
Adonai Eloheinu be'amecha Yisrael u'tefilatam ve'ahava Tamid avodat Yisrael. Yisrael Hamrecha. El Charov Lechol Kol Ehav Pinel Avatecha Vichanenu Shevot Chesed לשובך לציון. ברחמים. ברוך אתה המחזיר שכינתו
Page 178. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people forever. For you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivorech et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata לכל השלום, כי אתה מלך אדון, לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
Page 371, we have the words to the Mishaberach, our prayer for healing. This week in our community, we are praying for the healing of Charlie Bauer, Brian Bucky, Bruce S. Feldman, Michael Gordon, Don Painter, Sarah Taub, Elizabeth Weiser, and Robin Stone. If there are other names that you would like to mention, I would encourage you to do so.
Dave Saltzman, Noreen McElroy, Mickey McMahon.
Join together.
Misheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
May they all come to a speedy recovery. We'll take the next few moments for our own personal prayer.
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable before Thee, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer, my rock and my redeemer. Amen.
Just the other day, I was having lunch with some of the temple staff and volunteers, and a few people were talking about how they love Hallmark movies at this time of year. They are light, they make you smile, I think. I've actually never seen one, but this is what I'm imagining. They're cozy, and they often have a winter or Christmas theme, potentially at this time of year. While a little racier and controversial, this week's Torah portion could also be formatted as a made-for-television movie. You could imagine cozying up under a blanket with a hot cup of cocoa, wondering what will happen next. Amongst Jacob's large family, there is intrigue, a tense and then heartfelt reunion that ends in tears and cheek kisses from brothers. There's an all-night fight scene. There is a star-crossed lover's story, followed by honor killings by the young woman's brothers. A woman dies in childbirth, and an elderly patriarch of the family dies and is also buried. So many storylines to follow and so little time. If one were reading this Torah portion for the first time, a word that might come to the surface is uncertainty. At each turn, these stories hold a great deal of wonder, and many lack resolution. One such storyline is that of Jacob, who wrestles all night and comes out with a new name. The lead up to this story is that Jacob is met by messengers who say that he and his family will come upon his estranged brother Esau. They won't just find Esau by himself, but he will be accompanied by 400 men, presumably ready to fight. In Jacob's fright, he devises a plan to split up his family and send them to 2 different locations in case they are attacked. He prays to God to deliver them from this uncertainty and asks for protection to reach the place that God is showing him. As time goes on, the plan is enacted, and the family has been sent with a great deal of gifts for Esau, just in case they do come upon him before this potential battle happens, to a secure location. And Jacob finds himself alone on the riverbank of the Yavok River. During this solitude, he is approached by a man or a figure that wrestles Jacob all night long. Neither one of them, during these hour-long fight, is prevailing over the other. It's an equal match. The text says, when the man saw that he had not prevailed against him, the man wrenched Jacob's hip at the socket. After this final move, the man says, "Let me go, for dawn is breaking." And Jacob answered that he would not let him go until the man blessed him. Now, this is not what you would expect a person to say who has been wrestling all night long. It is not something that you would expect a person would say unless the being that he is wrestling is an angel. And yet, we are not given any indication from where this question comes. Rather than the man giving him a blessing, he asks what Jacob's name is. And when Jacob says his name, the man says, "You shall no longer be called Jacob, but Yisrael, but Israel. For you have striven with divine beings, divine and human, and have prevailed." This figure has done something only parents and God can do: give someone a new name. And what a name it is. Just as soon as Jacob receives his new name, he asks the man for his name. And the man says, "You must not ask my name." And then the man left. You could imagine that if he did this hours before, it would have been over. But they had to go through all of it. Jacob renamed the place where the struggle occurred Peniel, meaning I have seen a divine being face to face, and yet my life has been preserved. This is an incredible moment in the Torah. And this is an incredible moment for all of us. We are called Am Yisrael, the people of Israel. And as readers who've maybe read this before, we know that a tearful reconciliation is about to occur between Jacob and Esau. But as someone in the story, he has no idea what is coming next. He thinks at least half of his family will not survive. In addition, Jacob and his family are moving to a new place after being settled at his father-in-law, Laban's house, for about 15 years, a place where Jacob entered as a teenager and left a man with many children. This is a moment of uncertainty for Jacob. The rabbis go back and forth as to whether this figure that Jacob faced on the banks of the river is a human or an angel. However, in modern interpretation, some believe that this is a moment of personal struggle, of Jacob wrestling himself. After all, he is wondering what will become of him, what he will have to weather in the coming hours, let alone days and weeks and months. The river in front of him could be seen as a break from his past to his future. From a man named Jacob with wives and children, parents and a brother, to one who struggles with his place on earth, responsible for so much. He seeks a blessing from this moment, from this person, to offer any semblance of reassurance that the way forward is the right direction. Isn't that what we all want? Reassurance that the place that we are going is the right one? There is so much uncertainty in the world right now. We are just 30 days away from a new presidential administration, and we do not know what will happen. We heard news this week of Syria falling into new governmental hands. We have no idea what that means for Israel at this moment. Israel is in talks again about a ceasefire and potential release of the hostages. And then there is all that each of us hold in our own lives and in our own families. In a time of year when we are gathering with people we may not have seen for a while, we just don't know how it's going to turn out. And yet, like Jacob, he is searching what he has within him to take the next step, limp by limp. In these moments of uncertainty, we can invite the blessings that will carry us forward. We can look for a bit of light wherever we are, something small that helps us get through to help us cross the river that lies ahead. May we each find those blessings. May they provide us comfort in the uncertainty. Shabbat shalom. We're going to turn now to page 586 for Aleinu. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach Adon hakom, l'tekedu lo yotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegilei haratzot, velo samanu mishpachot ha'adama, shelo samchakenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim u'mishavavim u'modim lifnei melech maher hamachim akadosh baruch hu. Page 591.
Yeah.
Please be seated. This poem is by Pearl Adler Sabin, A Life, a Year. Such are the fleeting days of life and death, that window between a final breath, and making all the necessary arrangements, then rending your clothing, throwing a handful of dirt into an open grave upon the cue of a rabbi. Afterwards, returning home to eat bagels and eggs while sitting on a low, hard chair. In the murmuring and hushed tones, the mirrors and reflective surfaces around you now covered by bed sheets. And lighting a memorial candle, its wick and flame a body and soul, the flame reaching upward to bring light into darkness, and recalling aloud and silently for the next 7 days the person for whom you are observing this age-old custom of sitting and mourning and remembering, hoping to elevate the soul of the dearly departed, and trying to follow the rules. Do not say hello. Do not say goodbye. Do not say thank you for coming. And repeating again and again until the week is over. And then getting up and walking around the block, the formality of Shiva completed. It is time to re-engage with society, time to move forward. The loved one's absence has become a new presence. Saying Kaddish is the new norm. And the days pass, and it is already the Shloshim. And the months pass, and the 11th month has come and gone, and the daily recitation of Kaddish with it. And the 12th month is here, the anniversary date of death. A yahrzeit candle is lit. Kaddish is recited. A year has passed. In this moment, we are remembering those who have been laid to rest in the most recent 30 days, Marvin Cohen, Sylvia Greenberg, and Thomas Kosick Sr. We're also remembering Reuben S. Edelstein, Sarah Albert, B. King Bear, Maxine G. Bash, Louis Ralph Bash, Shirley Bobowick, Jean L. Cohan, Bessie Coplin, Hattie Epstein, William Flom, Dr. Eva Flom, Marian Folan, Gertrude H. Friedlander, Nuna L. Friedman, Oliver Jacob Green, Dr. Max Greenfield, Marian Gross, Sam Himmel, Dr. Julius H. Jacobson, Howard H. Jacobson, Han Jacobson, Seymour Canlin, Marian Kyle, Betty Leeserman, Herman Manwold, Hedwig Mayer, Richard Metzger, James Jim Miller, David Morgan, Rose B. Nathanson, Richard S. Nathanson, Adil Pollack, Herbert Reamer, Carl Rona, Simon Rose, Mildred Saltzman, Nancy Schlosser, Corrine Schwartz, Brenda Sugarman Logson, Betty Silver, Milton F. Silverman, Babette Simon, Francis F. Simpson, Burton Singer, Florence Z. Singer, Joseph B. Stein, and Thomas David Thal. Are there any others that we'd like to mention? The Mourner's Kaddish is on page 598. We rise together as a community. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah be'alma divrach yirteh v'yamlich malchuteh b'chayachon uvyomechon uv'chayeh dachol beit Yisrael ba'agalal v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemed kedusha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. May be seated. Carrying on the theme of going from one place to the next, we are concluding our service this evening by singing Tefillat Haderech.
I
Did you
believe
have-
it's 6:49.
Okay, 6:49.
We'll see.
It is 6:49.
May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. Amen. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, Andy. We'll join together for Kiddush and Motzi in the hallway.